Boy, I'm an opinionated son of a bitch, huh? My 8-year-old grandson is a lively joy, but he has an appetite for thrills, BMX bike ramps, knocking down beehives, taunting neighborhood dogs. That makes me worry that he's some kind of adrenaline junkie. There's nothing wrong with that until he gets older and realizes that his biggest chemical thrills come from drugs and alcohol. Am I worrying too much? Probably. Yeah, you probably are. All 8-year-olds have an appetite for thrills, darling. I don't mean to blow your mind here, but any 8-year-old has an appetite for thrills. He wants to be able to fly, jump off the building, be 20 feet tall. He wants to go under the ocean. He wants to be at the top of the mountain. He wants to experience it all. So I would not be worried. Just when he bangs his head or his arm or his elbow, nurture him and tell him he's going to be okay and hug him and stuff and try to keep him from really doing real damage to himself. But he's going to be out there adventuring. It's the nature of 8-year-olds that they will do that. Settle this once and for all. Beatles or Stones? Beatles. Mainly because of the range of stuff that they did. The Stones did have a fairly wide range that they did, but the Beatles had a much wider range of writing that they could do. And the Beatles could sing harmony. The Stones can't do that for squat. But the Beatles can do it really well. It's a matter of personal taste, of course. But for me, Beatles, no question. I feel like there's something fundamentally wrong in America that cannot be fixed. After all, this is the country that elected Donald Trump. Everywhere I go, I see greed, hatred, and a complete disregard for the environment. It makes me want to flee the only country I've ever known and start over in some place like Iceland, Finland, or Norway, where people seem more rational and have a greater sense of their collective good. Is this impulse crazy? I want to stay and try to fix this place, but I feel it's too late and maybe time to jump off this sinking ship. You wrote that before Donald Trump was defeated in this last election. There are things wrong with America right now. Democracy is still the best way to go about this. Greed is driving us down. Greed drives the people who are willing to make compromises morally and ethically in our government. They want everything. They want to get laid, they want to be rich, they want to be famous, they want to be powerful. They have a greed for power more than almost anything. Now maybe I'm just an old hippie and it's all bullshit. But I do not think it's past being fixed. I think that we can make our country be a wonderful place for human beings to live in and bring their children up in. And I think we can do it together, and I think we will. I have to believe that, so I do believe that. Dear David, I'm a recently widowed RN who was married to a career pilot. We both had lots of restrictions to carry our license, so we never tried anything more stimulating than beer or booze. I've never smoked, but I wonder what you think about THC edibles. It sounds like sublinguals are the way to go for a quicker high. What milligrams per item would you recommend? Am I being ridiculous? Looking for a little fun. Okay, edibles. Find one that you like, an edible, either a commercial one that somebody makes or that you make yourself, and take a little bit. It's called titrating. You take just a little bit first and see how strong it is. Then if it's not strong enough, you take a little more and wait. Once you establish what your dosage is, then you can do that dosage anytime you want. You know what'll happen. I do edibles every night. I eat ginger snaps that my wife makes. They're wonderful, and they get you high, which can't be a bad thing. Cross, I've heard you talk about knowing all the great songwriters of your generation and how hard they worked, but how do you know? Did you live with them? Are you just talking out your ass? No, I know these people, man. Joni Mitchell, probably best singer-songwriter of our generation, was my old lady. We lived together for about a year, and I produced her first record. I brought her to California, introduced her to everybody, said, hey, this is the best songwriter I ever heard. And it's pretty much the same with the others, man, with James Taylor, who's my good friend, Bob Dylan, who's my good friend, Paul Simon, Paul McCartney, Randy Newman, Sean Colvin, Mark Cohen, Jackson Brown, Neil and Stephen and Graham. They're all good writers, So, yeah, I do think I do know most of the good songwriters of our generation, and I think I am a fair judge of them. This is fun. Do it with me again. I really like it. Send me some weirder questions.